on this computer. Okay, let's go. So basically, guys, it's going to be super simple. We're only going to cover 3 projects that are probably giving us the most potential, and we will go step by step so you really see how simple it is. First one is you need to know how to use bridges in DeFi. So one of the best bridges out there is definitely the Stargate bridge. You all know about Layer 0, right? I think we may have mentioned it last week. Stargate Finance, Layer 0 technology is going to be the biggest airdrop this year because they've already announced a token. So simply by interacting with this project, you will qualify probably for a token that is eventually going to launch. All you have to do, if you want to send funds from, for example, Arbitrum to Optimism, you go to Stargate Finance, go to transfer, you choose the sending chain and choose the destination chain. One moment. Rabbi. Sometimes Rabbi bugs. Anyway, let's try this again. So you choose when I'm recording, it's kind of slow. Anyway, have you used bridges before? I'm sure you have used a bridge before, right? It's very straightforward. You need the asset on the right chain, send it to the other. And simply by making these bridge transactions, you qualify for airdrops in the future. And the best thing is, even if you do everything wrong, and even if you don't qualify for a single airdrop that you're farming, very often something like yesterday happens, and you just get tokens in your wallet because you're an active user on the blockchain, because you're building your transaction volume on the blockchain. All right, so we're going from ZK Sync, for example, we're going to send, or ETH from Ethereum. Oh my God, this is insane. Unbelievable. Anyway, it's not going to work because of the recording. But anyway, just send funds from one blockchain to another. It's that simple. You have funds on, for example, Base or Linea or Polygon or Binance Smart Chain, Arbitrum, Optimism. Send funds around different blockchains using Stargate Finance. Other bridge you can use is Jumper Exchange. It's the same thing. And literally same thing. I think this is just too laggy. This is just too laggy. I'll open this one. Sending funds already qualifies you for airdrops. Now, another one that you have, Scroll. Have you guys heard about Scroll Layer 2? It's an Ethereum solution which basically tries to innovate on Ethereum technology. This is their official Twitter. So Scroll ZK proofs built on ZK EVM. Same thing. You always start in their official Twitter. You go to their website, and then first thing you have to do, you have to bridge your assets into Scroll. If you have assets on Ethereum mainnet, all you have to do is send them to Scroll network and then interact with some applications on Scroll. There are so few things in this world where just clicking on the screen makes you money. And this is one of these things. So they have started their session 0. This means when you bridge to Scroll using their official bridge, you're already participating in their airdrop. You need to follow this through. So make sure to follow the Twitter and have the notifications here active so you know all the recent updates. That's the most important thing. So yeah, again, super simple. I will go here. I will connect my wallet. For example, MetaMask or Rabbi. And then you input the amount you want to send, and that's it. Of course, make sure you're on the official website and everything, but I think everyone has done this before. So you just put the amount you're sending, deposit funds, and confirm on the MetaMask. Now, one thing that you should definitely do is not pay this amount of gas. So currently it's very cheap, but you can even reduce this. Does everybody here know what Gwei is? It's basically the decider how congested the blockchain is, and then the more congested it is, the higher you pay for the transaction to go through. But in the night, in Europe, when it's Europe in the night and America is going to bed, then nobody is working. So you can just put transaction for like 5 Gwei. Instead of paying $5, you can pay $2. And since you're going to be bringing a lot of, if you're doing a lot of wallets, you're going to be paying many times this amount. You can save hundreds of dollars just by simply manually writing in the amount of gas that you're willing to pay. Don't go under 5 Gwei. 5, 6 Gwei is the lowest minimum that you should go for, because usually it doesn't go less than that. So yeah, that's it. You simply go here, bridge into scroll from Ethereum mainnet, and then you go again to their website. You go to scroll.io, or we can just go here, and then go in the ecosystem. And here you will find projects that are deployed on Scroll technology. You can find some of the famous ones. Stargate allows bridging to Scroll. You have Orbiter Finance. There's many DEXs. If you're going to farm Scroll, Izumi Finance is a decentralized exchange on Scroll, and you can use it to qualify for something that we call 2-in-1. So you qualify for both Izumi and Scroll network itself. Are there any questions for Scroll? Would you be able to do this tomorrow without me? That is the point of this, that you don't need me to succeed. I just want to give you a starting point, you know. And Twinkle, this is what I was saying earlier. You will never learn airdrops with me in half an hour or 1 hour. You need to learn this thing on your own, and then every Friday you come to me with questions. Hey, I did this and that. What's going on with that? You know, that's how I want it to be. You know, if you really want to make money here, this is what you got to do. You have to dedicate 5 hours minimum a week. If you're managing one wallet, even 2-3 hours, you will need to spend time to learn things first. Once you learn them, then you're gonna need 1 hour a week. But in the beginning, you're gonna need 5-10 hours a week just to understand everything, you know. Are there any questions for Scroll? No? Okay, great. All clear until now. Cool. Then another one that we're farming extensively, and this is going to be the last one because I don't want to overload you, you know, like Hyperlane, hyperlane.xyz. And also it is always recommended to, for example, I wrote comma instead of a dot, and then trouble. You can end up on the wrong website if you mistype. This is why we always start from Twitter. Hyperlane is an interoperability project where you have blockchains, and then they're all very, very fragmented. They don't really work well together. Hyperlane is trying to bring the modularity of a blockchain in this whole meaningful connected way. I don't know if that makes sense, or even if I said it correctly, but they are the bridge between Cosmos and EVM primarily. And they're the last big bridge airdrop that we can still do. For people without a lot of money, like we're talking 10, 15, 20, $30,000, hundreds, yeah, $30,000. If you don't have tens of thousands, then the best strategy you can use is to simply move volume through these bridges. You cannot do it a lot in the same day, because then you might get flagged. What are you doing? Are you just farming airdrops? No, you have to be a little sneaky about it. You know, you ideally, when I use bridges, when I send funds from Arbitrum to Optimism, for example, or from Arbitrum to Base, I always like to do some transactions on Base, you know, to make it feel like it's like I have a reason for bridging, you know. But at the end of the day, both the bridge transactions and the transactions on chain, they will all in the long term qualify you. So how it would work with Hyperlane, you have their biggest and best project is Use Nexus. So we'll just use that one. It is the one that sends funds from Cosmos to EVM. So if, for example, you can send from Arbitrum, you can send to Celestia, ideally. One moment. No, you need to send to this one, Neutron. Yeah. So you can send Celestia token from Arbitrum to Cosmos, and you can do it vice versa. So obviously Celestia is the native token, TIA token is native to Celestia on Cosmos, but if you want to farm Hyperlane, you need to send funds from Cosmos to EVM chains. EVM is Ethereum virtual machine. This is like Arbitrum, Optimism, everything that lives in MetaMask, that's EVM. So TIA is both on Cosmos and Arbitrum. You simply choose the amount that you're sending. And if I had my wallet connected, then you could send like 3 TIA, pay a certain amount of fee to the protocol and blockchain gas fee, you send your funds across. It is that simple. This is bridge farming. You simply send funds from one blockchain to another. The more you do, the more volume you build, the more transactions you do, the higher your airdrop reward. For example, for Wormhole, people were getting about $3,000 to $4,000 for just 2 bridge transactions. Show me, please, where that's possible in normal world. Like, where is that possible? Of course, when you're farming, you always want to make sure not to miss it, not to miss an airdrop. So you want to do like 15, 20 transactions over the course of a couple months. Rarely is the case you just do 2 transactions and you get thousands of dollars. It happens, like it happened with Wormhole, but you want to be sure to move a lot of funds over a long period of time. The reason why most people don't make money in airdrops is because they just quit after a week or two. They see, oh, I'm gonna airdrop farm, I'm gonna make thousands of dollars. Yeah, but you need to do it for at least half a year if you want 5 figures. You cannot expect 5 figures in 3 weeks or 1 month. If you're super lucky, yeah, good luck. Share some of that luck with the rest of us. But normally it takes 5 to 6 months of actively doing stuff on chain to get your first real results. Okay, that you just have to have expectations right in the beginning. But it's really simple. That's what's painful for me, to not be able to get the message across in the right way, maybe. How straightforward it is. You just have funds on blockchain, you move it around. That's bridges. Of course, you want to do something with these funds when you send them. So on Arbitrum, for example, you go to DeFi Llama, and if you're not sure what you can do with Arbitrum, you just go to DeFi Llama and you find, where is it now? Okay, so DeFi overview. Let's go to overview tab. So you just, if it would load, okay. So yeah, you see this one, it says chains. You choose the chain that your funds are on. In our case, let's say it's Arbitrum. And then you can sort it by total value locked here, TVL. It's probably already by default. Okay, so Pendle has got 827 million total value locked. Great. They probably won't run. They probably won't run away with my money. They're a serious project. Okay, maybe I can do something with Pendle. Then you go here, you open their official Twitter. I always like to start with their official Twitter. And then you see that you're on the right account. And once you are sure that you're on the right account, you go to their website. You explore the options that Pendle offers. Now, Pendle, for example, already has a token, but what you can do is you can simply go to this tab that says airdrops. And then what I love to do is I like to see, okay, on one tab, what category Ponzi is a llama miner. This is why we sort by total value locked, guys. This is why we sort by total value locked. So you see the category airdrops has eigenlayer 13 billion. Jesus. Then you have, what the hell is this? Summerfine? Oh my God. I've seen this so many times and I have no idea what the hell this is. I'm sorry. No idea. Like nobody in the airdrops world is talking about this. Moving on, we have EtherFi, we have Renzo. So this is the top 3 airdrop projects with highest total value locked. And you can see that they're all restaking, liquid restaking, liquid restaking. This is the problem with the whale game. How is our $1,000 or $2,000 going to compete with 13 billion when there's whales who have millions in here? It's just not going to work. If you're going to get a couple hundred, you're not going to get a couple thousand. We're in this to make thousands and tens of thousands, not a couple hundred. Sure, it's great to be in plus always, but come on, let's be real. So then you just go down the chain, there's so many. Finally, one that you can actively farm, Hyperliquid. If you're a trader, if you actually know how to trade, the best thing in the world that you can do is farm perpetual dexes. So if you know how to long the market, if you know how to short the market, I have so many friends who are doing this on Binance. Why are you trading on Binance when you can trade on a decentralized exchange and get, well, maybe not thousands, but at least couple hundred dollars on top of what you're already doing? Perpetual dexes. But yeah, like most of these tokenless projects are favoring, unfortunately, whales because, as you can see, they're all either lending platforms or staking platforms or liquid staking or restaking or yeah. So if you want to find the real ones where you can actually make money with interacting, that's usually bridges. Bridges we talked about today. Okay, so to sum up, Scroll is the first one that you should focus on because the guy who is the founder of Scroll, he has literally said second part of the year is going to be big, and they're talking about decentralization. They're talking about including the community and giving the token to the community. So Scroll is very, very likely going to have a token. If it's going to have a token, it's probably going to have an airdrop. So first thing, you want to bridge into Scroll, and when the applications start developing on Scroll further, then start using the ecosystem. It is that simple. And then you have Hyperlane. There are a couple applications that use Hyperlane tech. It's Usenexus. Usenexus is the first one. Is it this one? No, it is not. Anyway, if you go to the Hyperlane official website, you can see their projects, their products. So Usenexus is the biggest one that uses Hyperlane tech. So every bridge operates differently. Layer 0, the one that we used before, Stargate Bridge uses Layer 0 technology. Usenexus uses Hyperlane technology. It's very, very different, but it's all the same at the same time. So you have Usenexus. It's super simple. You also have, for example, which one is the other one? Iron EVM bridge. Doesn't matter. I will Google it because I'm not going to. Okay, yeah. This is another one. If you have funds on Injective, you can send it to Injective EVM. Same UI, as you can see, Hyperlane technology. You have Superform. It's not going to cover it today, but also like using ecosystem dApps, moving funds around. That's all. That's all. Could somebody show me what we did today? I want to see that it made some sense to you guys. Holly, would you know how to repeat this?
Repeat what you just did? No.
Sorry?
I can go. Okay, first you told me to go to Zeta.
Which one?
Zeta. So what is
Zeta?
this Zeta? Z-E-T-A.
Zeta Markets. It's a perpetual DEX on Solana. But
Okay,
we don't need to.
do I go to Stargate first, not Zeta?
No. Let's not get confused here too much.
Well,
Stargate Finance is the interoperability solution which you can use, and I highly recommend that you do because they will guaranteed have a token. And if you have
Finance. That's where I go first.
Yeah.
Is that right?
So
okay.
Stargate Finance.
I don't know what
Yeah,
Zeta
and you
was.
simply
I wrote Stargate first. It's number 1.
Yeah. And then you
Okay.
simply use it to move some stable coins around. You go here to the transfer tab, You choose your
Transfer.
starting chain and you choose the receiving chain. So for example, we can choose base because Chris loves base. He does stuff on base all the time. Here you can see what tokens you can bridge from base to anywhere you want, really, like that they're supporting. Let's say Ethereum on base, and then this receiving network, it can be whichever you need funds on. So they're only connected with, for example, Linea, Optimism, Arbitrum, Ethereum. Avoid Ethereum at all costs because costs for Ethereum are disgusting. So if you're, that's all you have to do. You input the amount that you want to send,
Okay, so
and if
that's
I
the
connected
base
my,
chain.
yeah,
That's just went away. That's slow down.
I don't know,
Okay.
I don't know how I heard. Maybe I've said something wrong, but
No, right?
no.
Okay, so you got Ethereum, but you're on the base chain.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
And you
right?
can move it to Ethereum on Optimism because blockchain world is super fragmented. You need to know how to use bridges to move your funds around. Because
Yeah.
before, I would just send my money to a centralized exchange and use centralized exchange to send my funds wherever I needed it. But
Mhm.
it's a huge opportunity cost because simply by using these bridges and transacting on chain, you just get random airdrops for no reason. Like, for example, yesterday, Avail has given their token to their communities. Look at this. All you had to do is be an active rollup user. So if you used Arbitrum 1, Optimism, Polygon ZKVM, Starknet, or ZK Sync, and I've used hundreds of transactions on all of them, you qualify for an airdrop. Guys, projects want to give you money. This is what people just don't understand. They need to give the token to someone, and they give some arbitrary criteria for people to qualify. It's crazy. So just interact with different blockchains, build your transaction history, try to do two in ones, three in ones, four in ones at the same time. And that's all. Like different blockchains, different dApps.
Yeah. So what is
And
that second network that you have there? It starts with OP something. Okay.
yeah,
Right here.
Optimism.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's another Ethereum
Is that
scaling
something that
solution.
I'm just asking what it is because I couldn't see the whole thing. So
Okay. Yeah.
optimism,
All of these.
is that what it is?
Sorry?
The name of the chain it says is that optimism?
Yep. That's the name of the
Okay.
chain.
So is
But yeah,
that something
basically,
you would use?
sorry?
Is that something you would use?
Of course, you use it all the time. There are so
I'm just
many
asking. Yeah.
developers building on
Yeah.
these things, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah.
And just by using the blockchain, you qualify. It's ridiculous. So, even if you're shooting for something completely else, you get these random drops because projects need to give the token away. And you just, I don't know, it's borderline crazy, you know, how simple it is, and still people need to have an understanding and first results, you know. I wasn't this passionate about airdrops before I made my first real results, you know, because it's hard to understand how good it is before you get your first airdrop, you know. My journey started when I got like four figures for 15 minutes of work. So that was crazy. Like, what the hell just happened? What is this real? Did this just happen? But you know, if you want to be an expert at something, you just need to choose something that's worth becoming an expert in. That's the bottom line of everything that I'm trying to get across, you know. If you think that this is too technical for you, then you're probably not, you're probably underestimating yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. It's really not technical at all. You don't need to be a developer. You don't need to do anything. You're just clicking on screen. Once you understand how all of these blockchains are connected and interconnected, then you understand that it's so
Yeah,
easy.
once I understand, I'll know it, right?
Yeah, but they all operate in the same way. Think about this. Every blockchain wants their blockchain to have your money, you know. That's all they want. They just want activity, users, and everything. They give airdrops to attract users and activity on their blockchain. When there's more
I
activity,
get that part. I get the concept. I've just got to get the mechanics
yeah,
to move it
and
around. I certainly get the concept.
yeah, great, great.
So,
And just a quick reminder for everyone watching later. I don't know that you know,
I
but yeah,
mean,
you just need to.
I'm not a techie person, and I haven't been doing this sort of thing. Like, how long have you been doing it?
Not much, just like
That,
year and a half, really.
like,
But
really? But,
it
and you've
takes
given it,
you,
is this pretty much what you've just done as airdrop?
yeah, this is my full-time job. This is my
It
full-time
is
passion, career, however
awesome.
you
So
want to call
you've
it.
chosen one niche in the blockchain, and then that's where you focus all your attention. Okay, got
Exactly.
it. Got
It's
it.
when you have results in something. Why would I touch NFTs? Why would I touch all other parts of the world if I can make a huge difference for my future and financial life in
Yeah,
one specific niche that nobody, well, nobody, like 3% of the world, of the crypto world understands.
yeah.
That is our advantage because we took a couple of weeks or months to figure these things out, and then you can monetize it. That's the beauty of it. But
Right.
start
So thanks
small.
for
Just
understanding
start with
that.
scroll.
I've listened to a couple of your, of your AMAs and your discussions. And so I thought I'd click on today because you said you'd like some interaction. So I would take some notes. I'm probably going to give this one a try. And if I get stuck,
I'm
DM it.
one DM away,
I'll
literally.
DM you.
Yeah, I'm always available because I want people to make money. Like everybody should know this. And then after half a year, if there's no results, then okay, calibrate your strategy or just stop, you know. But you need to give it a really good try. And then it's very tricky because we only have 150 of these 6 month periods in our life. And of course, it is very, very scary to think about it that what am I doing with my minutes, my hours, my days? That is costing me. What's the opportunity cost of my time? Basically, that's the most important question we should be asking ourselves. What am I doing today, and what am I not doing today that I could be? You know, how to utilize my skills, how to utilize my expertise. You know, opportunity cost. I think that the world would be a much better place if people really understood opportunity cost. But I don't want to get too philosophical. Um,
Yeah.
if you can do it for 6 months and then,
I'd love to make enough money with what I've invested in already to quit my full-time job and put my focus here.
all right,
So,
cool. Well,
yeah,
this is the beauty. If you have time, this is a nice way to allocate it. But yeah,
yeah.
start simple. Just start learning these things and then educating yourself. There's really nice YouTube channels that have shared many times already that you can follow what the person in the video is doing, and then you see, okay, this is how it works. Okay, oh, okay. Just the pieces are coming
Exactly.
together so beautiful, you know.
Once I get
I was
comfortable with
also very
the
lost.
play, then it'll start falling. I know Debbie of Pi, Debbie's been dabbling in it and she's getting comfortable.
Amazing.
Debbie
Um,
Mean.
it's
That's
amazing.
okay.
Um,
She posted on yours a couple of times. And
cool.
so she's out there doing a little something. I'm not sure what. Yeah. Do you have
Well,
one?
baby steps, baby steps. It is really possible, but baby steps. So, guys, figure out scroll, figure out hyperlane. So, as you can see, they have a couple of these, and we always you can the best way to go is to go to hyperlane ecosystem. And I'm not sure if they're gonna have all the dApps that hyperlane is used for, but let's see, let's see, let's see. This is how you do research here. You just simply see the applications that you can use. Of course, check with people, check that you're not going to some scam, but always double check in the beginning. Check everything, there's never enough reassurances. But yeah, 3 dApps. Use Nexus, Stargate Finance, and everything on Scroll. Okay, let's just start with bridging to Scroll. And then once you have like $100, $200 on Scroll, then play around a little. Swaps, do some swap transactions. For example, once you're on Scroll, one of my favorites is SyncSwap, because SyncSwap is deployed on many different blockchains, and Scroll is one of them. And literally, this is all you have to do. These are the most simple things. You have seen this probably with Chris. So you have swapping, of course, literally just swapping tokens, and then you can LP them in pools. This is why I say all the time that DeFi and DeFi yield farming and airdrops are two sides of the same coin. When you focus on DeFi, then usually you are aiming for established projects that already give really, really nice returns for its users. Great example is Airdrop Finance. It is an incredible V3.3 DEX, decentralized exchange that gives amazing returns because it's very well established and the flywheel is just spinning. And then you have something like SyncSwap, which is also very established, very well established, but it doesn't have a token. It's going to give you less returns on your capital in the form of DeFi yield, but you're potentially farming an area. So you can see very modest APRs, nothing more than, okay, these are meme coins. We're not looking at meme coins. But yeah, you can see stuff like 30, okay, stable pair, 50% on stable coins, pretty nice. And yeah, then you can see, okay, this has 130,000 total value locked. Okay, that's not so bad. There's 50% staking APR. Also, make sure that you're on the right blockchain. Currently, we're on ZK Sync. We want to go to Scroll. Usually, all of these projects, they have something in top right where it shows you, okay, yeah, this is all the blockchains that this project is deployed on. So yeah, and testnets, we're not touching testnets. No money in testnets usually. So yeah, sometimes you make it, but it's so rare that it's just usually not worth it. You want to focus on mainnet transactions, real money, not magic internet testnet money. So yeah, that's all. Like Scroll, bridge into Scroll, do some transactions, swap around a bit, do some LPing, super simple stuff. And then on Hyperlane, you need to either have assets in Cosmos. So yeah, the videos might cut in 1 minute, but yeah, we're finished anyway. So the if you have assets in Cosmos, you need Celestia on Cosmos. You bridge it to either Neutron or you can bridge it to Arbitrum. And then you have Celestia on Arbitrum. And that counts for as a bridge transaction to qualify you for Hyperlane in the future, potentially. Nothing is ever guaranteed. I will come back with a questions if you have any questions, okay? One moment.